It might not be 1995, but we're heading to Philadelphia and we're ready to take things to the extreme. What is going on out there, world? It's your boy Tommy on the spot for Watch Along Wrestling. Hopefully everyone is doing well and staying safe. It's an exciting time of year. I feel like ever since 2019, September and October in the world of pro wrestling has become a very exciting year, probably through the end of November, and then there's a little bit of a lull until things pick back up for Royal Rumble season. But ever since 2019, when you had AEW Dynamite debut and you had WWE move to Fox, NXT move to USA, crazy time. Feels like every year around this time, things just go a little crazy, specifically in the tri-state or northeast area, and that's exactly what's going to happen this weekend. I'm going to get into it in a second, but if it's your first time visiting the channel, make sure you leave a big thumbs up and subscribe to Watch Along Wrestling, as this weekend I am going to be in Philadelphia for Extreme Rules. We're going to have vlogs throughout the weekend chronicling my journey through Philadelphia. It's not going to be all wrestling, I'll be honest with you. You guys know at this point how I do. I'm going with my wife. We're going to have a great time. Our plan is not to do all things wrestling. I don't know that there is a lot of all things wrestling. Extreme Rules weekend is probably not WrestleMania weekend, but we're definitely gonna go to the Extreme Rules show. We're excited for that, and we'll kind of take in the sights and sounds and do it vlog style. I don't know if we're gonna do a full weekend vlog. Maybe we'll do each day vlog, but we'll have a lot of fun with it. I hope we could do each day, because that's how I like to do it. And wake up each morning, put the vlog together, throw it up on the channel, make you feel like you're on this trip with me. That's what Watch Along Wrestling is, guys. It's supposed to be me going to these trips, enjoying wrestling live, enjoying these autograph signings, and bringing you along for the journey, so that if you can't make the show, it feels like you're right there with me, and that's what I love about it. So Extreme Rules 2022 is going to be held in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I am making the trip from New York right after work here today. I already got my Stone Cold shirt on. Full disclosure, I'll be changing into a suit here momentarily, but right now I've got the Stone Cold shirt on. We're going to be heading to Philadelphia, where tonight, most likely, we're going to head to Tinsel. It's a Halloween pop-up in Philly, and we're going to be doing a couple of different Halloween things throughout the weekend. Full disclosure, it was my birthday yesterday, so what's that? Happy birthday! Thank you so much. Yes, it was my birthday yesterday, and we had a great time. Did some indoor skydiving, went to hibachi. Awesome time. Let's throw some photos up. All right, cool. So in any event, you can see some photos there from the birthday celebration just yesterday. But really, the entire point of my birthday this year, very rarely on my birthday weekend, is WWE coming to town with a pay-per-view. So once I found out this was going to be happening, I said, we've got to go. I told my wife, we've got to go. She's in graduate school. I said, no big deal. You bring your material with us, and we're going to have a great time. And we're excited for it. This is our first wrestling show. So I did go to AEW Grand Slam, preparing the vlog for that. So that'll be up probably sometime next week. Hopefully right before Dynamite, I'll throw that one up for you guys. Good times there. I went with my sister. It was a lot of fun. But other than that, this is our first real wrestling show since, I want to say, I think since WrestleMania. It's crazy to think. Usually at this point, we've already gone to a few, but this year we did both nights of WrestleMania, and that was pretty much it from a vlog perspective. So I'm excited to get back into it. Now, granted, this show, Extreme Rules, almost feels like it's the forgotten show. Everyone's looking forward to Saudi Arabia, where you're going to have Roman Reigns against Logan Paul, or WWE Survivor Series next month. Survivor Series bringing back War Games. So I recognize those two shows are getting a little more love than Extreme Rules is, but I wouldn't sleep on this show. I think it could be a really good card. I'll be back with my predictions tomorrow, but honestly, I think Edge and Finn Balor are going to tear it up. I think that the Brawlin' Brutes and Imperium is going to be off the chain. Love Bayley versus Bianca Belair in a ladder match. Love each one of these gimmick matches. And Rowdy Ronda Rousey going up against Liv Morgan. I'm ready for that one, and I'm ready for a new women's champ, not to give away my predictions. But it should be a really fun show. Of course, you got Rollins and Riddle in there as well. So this should be a fun show. Each one of these matches getting time to breathe. I think there's only 6 matches on the card. But with that being said, I think that's okay. I think you want each match to really breathe. I didn't even mention Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross in a strap match. So I think each one of these matches will be fun. To break down the weekend a little bit, we are going down there tonight to Philadelphia right after work. Hope to get there by about 7, 8 o'clock, probably more realistically 8 o'clock. And our plan is to shoot directly over to this Tinsel pop-up for Halloween. We're actually staying at an Airbnb, which we've done in Philly before. We were in Philly a couple of years ago, and I'm flooded with all these memories of Philadelphia. I'll get to that in a second, but I'm breaking down the weekend now. But yeah, so we're going to do the Tinsel pop-up shop. Tomorrow, my wife has booked us a reservation right before Extreme Rules. I think this is another Halloween-themed pop-up, and we're big Halloween fans, and specifically, anytime we could do something Halloween-related that isn't just in our backyard here in New York, we want to take advantage of it. So this is kind of a Halloween/wrestling trip. If there is a superstore in town, which I'm not sure there will be, I'm sure there'll be some sort of pop-up shop. I'll hit that for you guys. I'll make sure I film that for you. I know you guys love those little pop-up shop tour videos, and we love going to the store. I think if you watched my video with the Superstore Access, while we didn't love WrestleMania Access, we really had a great time at the Superstore. It gets us pumped up. We want to buy our merch, we want to get ready for the show, and it really kind of sinks in that we're going to a wrestling show. So if there is something there for Extreme Rules, we'll make sure we get down there. And I think there will be. I think they've done a good job kind of building that up. Wonder if I assume there'll probably be some WWE/Phillies merch, as they've been making a lot of merch that's surrounding the town of where they're ever taking the show is taking place. And obviously with the Phillies in the playoffs, at least this weekend, it would make sense for WWE to take advantage of that. So if there's this pop-up shop, we'll do that. Obviously tomorrow night is Extreme Rules. Looking at a couple of different breweries in town. I know that we've had a few good times over there in Philly with some of their real good breweries, so we're trying to take a look at that. We're actually staying until Monday. I took the day off work Monday, so hopefully things work out on Monday. I'll get to that in a second, but Sunday, I want to try to get to the Rocky Steps. I've never done them. It's wild. I've been to Philly so many times, been there for many wrestling shows, but the one that I'm really looking forward to is trying to get on these Rocky Steps. I've never done them. I'd love to do the little you know, it'd be cool to do that and get up there and do a little pose. And then if tonight doesn't work out with Tinsel, because since we're getting there 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you might have a line around the, forever long. If that does happen, we'll definitely try to get that in Sunday before we leave. And then Monday is when we actually do leave. And Monday morning is going to be interesting because I think it's going to be fun. We're going to be coming back to New York probably around 11, 12 o'clock. I'm going to be driving my wife straight to her classes for graduate school. And then coming back home. Now, I'm not sure what I'm doing Monday night, but the plan, tentatively, initially, was to actually go to Raw at the Barclays Center. If that happens, I'll jump on with you guys and I'll break down that I'm going and we'll talk about it. But you know me, if ever there's a wrestling show, I want to make it a big deal. I always want to set myself up where if at the end of the day it's a nothing show, at the end of the day it's not a very good show, if there's something that happens at that weekend that I can remember, it's a win weekend for me. I mean, I remember one of the first times I ever went to Philly for a wrestling show. It was in 2009. I want to say it was Night of the Champions. I went with my buddy James for his birthday. And before that, we went to Dragon Gate USA. We had many memories of what we did throughout that entire weekend, that we had a great time. It turned it into like a little mini vacation like I'm doing this weekend. And the show, I can't tell you a single thing from it, but I can tell you that we had a great time, and we still reminisce about that show to this day. Royal Rumble 2018, I was in Philly for it. One of my bachelor parties, so to speak, with my brother-in-law and my wife. Yes, she was on a bachelor party, but it was my second bachelor party. So anyway, great time. One of the most incredible shows I think we've ever remembered. But we also did NXT. We also went to the museums over there, had a blast in Philly, and it's one of the trips I'll never forget. Just so much fun. Someday I'll have to break that one down for you guys in long form, because that really was a great show and a great trip. So hopefully Extreme Rules 2022 here lives up to the precedent that I've set in the past with the shows I've gone to in Philly. And I've been to countless more. I'm not going to get into all of them. But Philadelphia, Extreme Rules. And this is probably the, I guess, the precursor, the appetizer, if you will, to WrestleMania 40, which will be taking place in Philadelphia in 2024. I'm not sure this will be the last show before that, because they do a lot of shows in Philly. But it feels like this would probably be one of the last ones they do before Mania comes to town here in 2020, which I'll certainly be to when you consider the fact that I'm only in New York. I'll skip it a jump away. It's a 2-hour drive. Obviously, I'll make the trip to Philly for that. So who knows if this is going to be my last trip of the year for wrestling. Obviously, I've got AEW coming to town here for Full Gear in Newark. That's not too far. Maybe I'll head to that show. I do also have Survivor Series in Boston, not too far from New York. Wanted to turn that Thanksgiving weekend into a Boston weekend. We may do that. Maybe we head down and do that. That'll be fun. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited, though. This should be a lot of fun. Extreme Rules 2022, bringing you a vlog here. And let me know what match you're looking most forward to. Stay tuned for my predictions. Leave a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next video.